WWE's got a Roman Reigns problem, and in this video I'm going to break it down because Roman Reigns obviously is our tribal chief. He is our undisputed WWE Universal Champion, but at the same time there's a lot of drawbacks with Roman Reigns, and I think it's time to address it. And I think a recent point really put this on a showcase, and I think it's something that we should all discuss and consider. Look, Roman Reigns has been the guy for WWE for many years now. Vince McMahon wanted him to be the guy. Triple H wants him to be the guy. Heck, I want him to be the guy. But when you talk about Roman Reigns in the current state, well, he's simply not the same guy. And here's why. When he was on his ascent to the top of the main roster in WWE from 2015, 2016, 2017, and on, he worked a full-time schedule. And we've dealt with this problem, this issue, if you will, with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns signed a new WWE contract in 2022 following his big win over Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 38, where he won the WWE title. He became the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. He won the Universal title in 2020, in the summer of that, and really, we've dealt with, okay, we had the pandemic. WWE didn't tour that much, so he was on television quite a bit for that title win, before he signed that new contract. But once he signed that new contract, it called for fewer dates, right? He rarely works house shows. He'll make selective PLE title defenses. He'll appear on television. He rarely wrestles on television. And they had to introduce a new championship. They had to put it on Raw, where they brought back the World Heavyweight title. They put the title on Seth Rollins, who has done a really good job as champion. But we all know there's a difference. There's the undisputed WWE Universal title, and then there is the World Heavyweight title. That's just how it is. Now look, as the recording of this video, Roman Reigns will defend the championship against LA Knight at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, and that's great. But he had not defended the title that was broadcasted on television at a premium live event since SummerSlam. After Crown Jewel, WWE goes and hosts Survivor Series, one of its tentpole events of the year. It's one of its biggest events of the year. It's alongside the likes of WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble and SummerSlam and Money in the Bank. It's been around since the 80s. And Roman Reigns is not going to be there. From all intents and purposes, he's not. From advertising, he ain't there. From a report by Dave Meltzer, he ain't there. So you have a tentpole event. Your biggest star is not even going to be working the show. If you recall, last year he was, because he was part of the Bloodline team, right, against Kevin Owens and the rest. Really, really good match. Go back, watch that match. But this year, that's not going to happen. I understand that he's your biggest draw. I understand he's your top champion. But there comes a point in time where you got to admit, okay, we got a problem here. Because you can't have your top star. You can't have your top champion working Brock Lesnar dates. And I understand that WWE is a company that does this. And they did this with Brock forever. But you don't see John Cena come back and get the title anymore. Right? We haven't seen Brock Lesnar as champion in a few years. I just think they're making a big mistake. And I think it's something that they need to address, because him working Survivor Series, that's a mistake.